Merry Christmas!
As the sky wept, a pair of soaked eyes huddled against Thomas's tire, unaware that fate would shift gears that night. This is the story of a tiny miracle that took root in a family's heart. Thunder echoed through the streets of Willow Creek as Thomas dashed toward his car after a long shift. He was drenched, but the real storm was brewing right beneath his front tire. There, shivering from the cold with a wrinkled face and a look that seemed to carry the weight of the world, was a tiny Rottweiler puppy. His heart couldn't bear to leave this defenseless soul in the dark. He gently scooped him up and tucked him onto the floor mat of the passenger seat. Arriving home, fueled by a mix of guilt and mercy, he cracked the door open and slid inside, hiding the tiny guest under his jacket against his waist. Entering the kitchen, he told his wife Elena, "Please don't be mad, but something very strange happened today," as he slowly revealed the trembling ball of fur. Thomas tried to explain the situation, but Elena's world had stopped. She didn't hear her husband's voice. Her eyes locked on to those soulful, sorrowful eyes. Just then, their eldest daughter Maya walked in and collapsed to her knees at the sight. "Dad, I can't believe it. I never told anyone, but you understood the longing in my heart and brought a dog home," she sobbed, throwing her arms around her father. When Maya reached out to take the pup, Thomas gently pulled him back. "Hold on, little lady, your mother hasn't had her final say yet," he said. The silence of the house hung on Elena's lips. As Maya's pleading eyes turned to her mother, a single tear rolled down Elena's cheek. It wasn't a rejection, but an acceptance. "I have only one condition," Elena laughed through her tears. "His name will be Axel, or it's a no-go." In that moment, the house erupted in celebration. Axel's soaked fur was dried with towels, while Elena prepared a feast for him. With a belly as round as a drum, Axel fell into his first peaceful sleep in his new home. If this first encounter touched your heart, make sure to like this video to support Axel's family. Do you have a companion you fell in love with at first sight? Let's meet in the comments. Axel became the joy of the house from the day he arrived, but months later, when the sky turned gray again, a strange silence fell over the home. Lately, Elena had been vomiting constantly, her face growing paler by the day. One afternoon, as she collapsed onto the sofa with severe nausea massaging her stomach, Axel approached with his dignified stance. Though not yet fully grown, his powerful paws climbed the sofa, and under Elena's confused gaze, he gently pressed his nose against her belly. At that moment, something woke up in Axel's soul. Suddenly, he began to bark with that deep, resonant voice. Elena was startled, but Axel didn't stop barking. Instead, he began to lick her stomach with immense tenderness, as if guarding the world's most precious treasure. The sparkle in his eyes was much more than the excitement for a treat. It was as if he could hear the pulse of life inside. Suspecting this strange and persistent behavior, Elena immediately headed to the hospital. When the family sat down for dinner that evening, Elena was beaming. When she gave the joyful news, she pointed to Axel sitting in the corner. "I found out because of him," she said, her voice trembling. Axel had proven that he wasn't just a pet, but the family's guardian angel. This was the strongest root he had planted in the family. No storm could ever uproot him now. If Axel's incredible intuition surprised you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications for more miraculous stories. Loyalty sometimes speaks in the quietest language. Years flew by like the wind, and that little house in Willow Creek became even livelier with the arrival of their second daughter, Sophie. Sophie was now a year old, and her and Maya's favorite hobby was turning Axel into a living toy. One day, when Thomas came home from work, he was met with the world's most serious-looking yet hilarious scene. Axel was wearing a fluffy, frilly pink tutu, dancing with gentle steps between the two little girls as if he were a ballet dancer. The noble Rottweiler spun around with the girls, lifting his paws to the rhythm. Thomas leaned down to Axel, cracking up with laughter, and said, "Buddy, I really owe you an apology. If I hadn't rescued you that rainy night, you'd probably have a much more charismatic and free life on the streets. Forgive me for turning your life into a prison of frilly skirts." The girls giggled and protested. "No, Dad, he loves these skirts and dancing with us. Look how happy he is." Elena chimed in from the other room. "He absolutely does. Look at that grace," while joining in the laughter. Though no one noticed at that moment, Axel was spreading his powerful genes and protective instincts into every corner of the house beneath that tutu. He hadn't needed to show his fierce side yet. He was the girl's most patient dance partner, the father's wrestling buddy, and the mother's most loyal companion of love. When the girls finally grew tired and fell asleep, Thomas would often clear the rug for his favorite ritual, the Titan wrestle. Axel would shift from a tutu-wearing ballerina to a powerhouse of muscle, pinning Thomas down with a gentle but firm strength that reminded the family of the apex predator living within their walls. Yet the moment Elena walked into the room, he would transform again, resting his massive head on her lap as if acknowledging the secret they shared since that doctor's visit years ago. He was the silent sentry of Willow Creek, patrolling the hallways at 3 a.m. with footsteps as quiet as a shadow, his golden eyes scanning the darkness for any threat to his pack. He was a creature of dualities, a fierce warrior capable of standing against the world, yet a soft-hearted friend who allowed a toddler to pull his ears without a single growl. His presence was the glue that held their memories together, from the muddy paw prints in the kitchen to the comforting weight of his body at the foot of their beds during winter storms. Thomas often looked at him and realized that while he had saved Axel from the rain, Axel had saved their family from the mundane, filling their lives with a fierce, unwavering devotion that only a dog of his caliber could provide. Who knows, maybe one day those Rottweiler genes will have to show themselves, but for now, the best place in the world for Axel was right in the middle of children's laughter, wearing a frilly pink tutu. Don't forget to share the story of a loyal friend like Axel with your loved ones. True love can sometimes fit inside a tiny skirt.